talked about Donna McKechnie, but we're about to talk about dancers, and so Donna.
Well,
I'm sorry, girl.
We'll just say first. Just say
you do your thing.
No,
You're
no.
so fucking. I'm tired of me talking, so you have to talk.
All right. So we'll do like a chorus line or something, or promises, and then we'll come back and
we'll
talk
do
about
like a
TikTok.
Callback. Got it.
We will,
Okay.
and then you can talk about her learning the jerk on
on
Hullabaloo.
That's where they met. Yes.
Yes. And that's why she can do that neck shit. That's why I
God.
call her Donna McKechnie.
Love it. That's phenomenal.
Donna, if you're out there, and I know you're out there, we hope your ankle, was it ankle or knee?
Was it? Oh, yes. Remember Donna McKechnie was supposed to come see Leslie with the Z. Like,
She wanted to.
So, girl, you got another chance. We're going to do it
Real
again.
sorry that you hurt yourself. We'll go beat up whoever did it to you because we love you more than them.
Fuck him up. Just like I will finish shitting on Elaine's grave. And I will shit on this guy. Go, Will. Caitlin's shutting the fuck up.
So, Cats, another piece of high art that changed the world, just like Company. To be fair, it did actually change music theater just like Company did. Maybe not in the same ways, but...
You don't have to defend your love of Cats.
I do love Cats. Sometimes I will talk about shows that I don't necessarily love, but because I'm going to want to tell their story. Cats, I cannot explain why I'm obsessed with it, except I tend to like a lot of Andrew Lloyd Webber stuff, even though it may be fashionable in one day or another to be like, oh, that's popular, I must think it's bad.
Fair.
I actually think that a lot of his stuff is incredibly well done, and I think everybody agrees that Evita is a fucking masterpiece.
Oh, come on. Of course.
Evita was actually... So, the whole thing for Cats began while Evita was in Tech in London. That was when he first thought of using Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats by T.S. Eliot for songs. T.S. Eliot, of course, the famous American poet who lived in England. So everybody thinks he's English, but he's not. He was American. This was a book that Andrew's mother used to read to him at bedtime.
Oh.
They're really cute stories. Although Kevin has admitted to me that he thinks the names in them are absolutely stupid.
Oh, my God.
They have some of the names of the cats are Jellilorum, Mungo Jerry, Skingleskanks. If you can see Kevin right now.
I hate it so much.
It just sounds so close to, like, Shingleskanks, which is what skanks get. Let that be a warning to you, skanks.
Skanks. We are sponsored by a new About Pervitin, which is one way to cure your shingle skanks. Anyway, so the very first time anything happened with Cats was when he did 4 songs at the Sydmonton Festival. Sydmonton is the name of the country estate that he owns, where he actually had a little theater, which used to be a church, where he would every year put on a festival, mostly of classical stuff, some music stuff, where he would also try out new work. It's where he tried out Phantom of the Opera and all sorts of things. The first 4 songs they did was the Song of the Jellicles, Mr. Mistopheles, The Naming of Cats, and McCabe. You've seen Cats, right?
Yes, I'm actually just blown away that we are 100% flipping our sections because there's no way. Like, you are so fucking prepared right now and you have facts. Yes. Wait, I
read his biography.
You know what? I've only seen, like, bits and pieces of Cats.
Oh,
Fuck.
well, let me tell you the story.
Sure, yes.
There's almost not one, but
Okay.
it doesn't matter because that's not the point.
Is that why you took a dramatic pause? Let me tell you the story. That's it.
Yeah, no. So it's a dance show. It's a dance musical. There's very few lines. There's almost no book to it because it's all these poems and then a couple extra lyrics that were added later of cats who are having their 1-year jamboree. They call it the Jellicle Ball, where they all get together and dance and tell stories and have a good time. And then at the end of it, old Deuteronomy, who's the head cat, chooses one cat to be reborn into a new life, because cats have 9 lives, right?
Right.
And then she or he will ascend to heaven, but it's called the Heaviside layer, on a tire into the sky. And then she becomes reborn, we assume, later. We never see her again. Maybe she's just euthanized. It's
tough.
There's no Act 3. We'll never know. So anyway, about the same time in 1978, he just had an album released, Variations, which is an instrumental rock, prog rock album based on Paganini's A minor Caprice. And that was a big hit in England. I'm sorry, I'm burping so much. I will not. I think I'm going to stop now.
That's it. Sponsorship canceled.
Morning. Anyway. Variations was a really big hit, and it's actually really cool, and I loved it growing up. I highly suggest everybody go listen to that. There are lots of people who are into prog rock that discover and go, that's Andrew Lloyd Webber, my. It's really interesting. People wanted to make it a dance show. They wanted to choreograph it and do some sort of rock ballet to it. And later on they did. It became his musical Song and Dance, which was on Broadway with Bernadette Peters, and it was also in London, first with Marty Webb, who was originally in Tell Me on a Sunday, which is the first half of it. And then, like, 3 other people were in it. I think Elaine Page or somebody else was also in it.
Are you quizzing me? Is this
No.
Song and
I'm
Dance,
just trying to
or-
remember it out
Okay.
of the back of my head. But they recorded it for TV, and just for that performance, he pulled out whatever actor was in it and put in Sarah Brightman.
Teeth.
So, the teeth of it all. So you can watch on YouTube Sarah Brightman doing Tell Me on a Sunday, Please. It's really good. Anyway, but the original plan for Variations was that it was going to be a dance show, and there would be this dance show before it with the cat songs as an opener. It was going to be an opener to Variations. He said that it was going to be called like Practical Cats or Old Possum, and it was going to be dance combined with poetry, which just kills me because I hate both, to be honest.
You just went right on past Old Possum as if that was a fucking viable option for a show. Old Possum. Anyway, moving on.
Dolly Parton, again, if you're listening, the title Old Possum is available for a musical. We could call it that. We just add an O before the P, and then it's a different animal.
Oh, it was Opossum, not
it was
Old Possum?
no, it was Old Possum.
Oh, okay,
but we can make
okay.
ours Old Opossum.
Oh, I love it.
Which also sounds a little Irish. Anyway.
Call me Miss Birdseye, but that's frozen.
So Arlene Phillips is going to do the choreography because there was this dance troupe fad going on in England at the time. Dance troupes were a fad somehow. I don't know how to explain it. It's not something we lived through in our time because it was actually an American fad that was late getting over there from the 60s.
Oh, okay.
Which must be like Hullabaloo. Yeah. Which I would
love that Hullabaloo is what's like connecting these two shows.
Michael Bennett does connect to this one.
Of course.
And the name of the dance troupe that Arlene Phillips had at the time was called Hot Gossip. And
Hot Gossip.
to be fair, that's better music than some of the songs they danced to. Whatever, it was a different time. But I watched this great video of them doing their choreography. The thing was, they made them look like they didn't give a shit about anything. That was their thing, because everybody else was like, we're smiling, we're happy. And then theirs was just like, I'm pouting, and maybe I am super mad. I hate this, but I am dance, you know?
Was that French?
Ah oui. Even though it was English. So maybe that was I'm awesome. I don't know.
God.
But they did this song called I Lost My Art to a Starship Trooper. I Lost My Heart to a Starship Trooper.
Oh.
And guess who did the vocals on that? Guess who it was that Hot Gossip was actually the backup dance troupe for? Sarah Brightman.
I was going to say I want it to be teeth, so please.
It is, and you can watch it.
Yeah.
It's a disco robot song. So you do the robot to it, but nobody's doing the robot in the dance. Arlene Phillips, did you not know about the robot? Did that come 10 years later? I would have put it in the music video. Not that I don't like your music video. I know that you don't like your music video. I heard you say that in an interview. I think you're being hard on yourself. It looks fun.
I'm so glad you did like a nice aside to Arlene there.
That's just for you, Arlene.
Yeah,
everybody
she
else,
makes it.
I hope you weren't listening. So it was Arlene Phillips and this Hot Gossip troupe with Sarah Brightman was going to be doing this stuff to the Cats songs called Old Possum. I don't know how all that was going to come together in his head, but it really made sense. And it was going to be planned for 1979 with Paul Jones and Julie Covington. Julie Covington, of course, we know from the original concept album of Evita. She was amazing in it.
Of course we know that.
But again, I was like, music with poetry, dance with poetry. And he said that maybe some of them would just be read poems, like they weren't even going to be songs. Anyway, that never happened. Instead, around 1980, he met Cameron McIntosh, who we all know is like the most famous producer that ever came out of England. He's like the what's his name? He's like the Hal Prince.
Hal Prince, yeah.
Well, except he didn't direct. Anyway.
He's like the what? The Duke of Broadway, I guess, or the Duke of the West End.
Baron Broadway. He's way cute. Also, there's a picture of him.
Oh, really?
So cute. Cameron McIntosh. If you're listening now,
Sneaky.
I would love to do a revival, just you and me. Okay.
Oh, which you obviously are. Cam's all about this.
Hey, Mr. Producer. And Cameron McIntosh, he was the one that had the idea that was like, no, this material's too good. It's got to be a full evening. This has got to be a full-length musical. He was the one that said, let's give this to Gillian Lynn, the choreographer, who had just done a bunch of shows on the West End, and let's get Trevor Nunn to direct. Trevor Nunn, of course, being from the Royal Shakespeare Company. But anyway, in order to do any of that, they had to get T.S. Eliot's widow to give them permission. And so that's why it required someone like Trevor Nunn, who had clout, to be behind it, or she would be like, no, I'm not giving you amateurs this. And Gillian Lynn, they needed her because she had worked with Trevor Nunn on stuff and could get Trevor Nunn to do this. So then Andrew Lloyd Webber's like, he asked his friend Michael White, who was a producer, what he thought about all this. And Michael White, I looked him up. These are the things that he produced on the West End. Oh, Calcutta, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, The Rocky Horror Show. Like, he discovered / made Rocky Horror Show what it is. Two Gentlemen of Verona, A Chorus Line, and Annie.
Oh, fuck.
Those all things that ran for, like... Forever in America, so I assume they did it just as well over there. And Michael White told Andrew, I don't think this will work as a full evening. I don't think this is a good idea.
Just didn't see that vision.
So then he didn't see the vision. So Andrew Lloyd Webber went to his old friend Hal Prince, who he knew from Evita, because he was the director of Evita.
Of course.
And Hal Prince was like, I'd love to, but I need to, quote, finish the Sondheim thing.
Stop.
Which was, what was it?
Was it Company?
No, this is 10 years later, girl.
Fuck. Oh, that's right. Which, to be fair, like, did they finish the Sondheim thing in Company? Like 15 different endings.
Yeah.
Wait, so this would have been 80s. What, Into the Woods?
Merrily.
Oh, okay.
That was the last thing he did with Hal Prince.
Oh.
Because after that,
They peaked?
They pieced. Anyway, so then he went and asked Twyla Tharp, and she was nope. And he went and played the score for Joe Papp, who fell asleep while listening to it. And you know what? And I'm just going to say, we all know that Cats was successful and made a shit ton of money. So anybody listening, people tell you no, no, no. Somebody falls asleep while listening to it. You do it anyway, okay?
You got a fucking hit.
I got rejected for a song that I sent to a choir a couple weeks ago. And I didn't tell you this, Kevin, but it destroyed me for like a day. And they had a really good reason. They're like, this doesn't sound like anything that we record. And I was just like...
Oh...
It's okay. It was a gorgeous, by the way, if anybody wants it, gorgeous a cappella version of The Light in the Piazza title song.
Oh, yes, bitch. Can we have some, like, are we having extras? Do podcasts have extras, like DVD extras?
No.
Shit, all right, never mind.
We'll make a website. Kevin,
get on it. A mini-sode.
Oh, that's it. By the way, we'll say this again at the end. If you have hot gossip that's fun story about the backstage that doesn't shit on people who are alive, send it to us and we'll read those in a mini-sode.
Yes, and also, I feel like we'd have to just try and get Donna McKechnie on the show. Maybe that's why I didn't do that.
We definitely need to get an interview with Donna McKechnie.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so he finally met with T.S. Eliot's wife, Valerie, and she said... Well, Tom turned down a huge offer from Disney for Old Possum. So she was essentially saying, what you got, Andrew?
Yes.
But he convinced her to let them just develop some more. And then she gave him a big old envelope of unpublished poems. And that's where we get Grisabella's story. Grisabella, who is, of course, the main protagonist. She's the one that ends up going up to heaven on the tire.
Of course.
And Tom, evidently, she said, Tom thought it was too sad for children. Because it is, and this was supposed to be children's stuff. There also got a letter explaining that the Song of Jellicles was about a Jellicle Balls, so that's where that idea comes from, because it's not obvious from the material, actually. And that it was all going to be part of T.S. Eliot, who, we're talking about this crazy shit for children's stuff, but he was a real... poet, a real author. This is a literary great. He was going to write the same material about dogs also, and it would be about the Pollicle dogs and the Jellicle cats.
Oh my god, now that I would fucking watch.
And it was his idea that at the end, all the cats would ascend to the heaviside layer in a big air balloon. They couldn't do air balloon on stage, and that's why they went with tire.
Oh, well, let's get this shit to Disney. Disney, is that who did Up, or was it Pixar?
Disney tried to get it.
Ugh!
And T.S. Eliot turned them down. And
is this bitch still alive, Valerie?
Valerie is not alive.
Valerie, let's shit on her then.
No, let's not shit on Valerie Elliott.
Yeah, that's fair.
She seems haunty.
Lovely. Oh no, she's gonna fuck with us.
She's gonna fuck with us now. TS Eliot is no joke, and neither was his bitch. Okay.
Okay.
So, he gave a more extended performance of more songs at the next Edmonton Festival with Gary Bond, who was in Joseph and Evita, Paul Nicholas, who was the original London Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar, and in the original Rum Tum Tugger and Cats, and Gemma Craven, who from They're Playing Our Song, the London version. And Gemma, I am obsessed with They're Playing Our Song.
God, he is so fucking obsessed with that show.
I am, right? Everything about this feels right. Anyway, I miss you. And I want you to call me so we can meet Gemma Craven. And they had called it now Practical Cat, so it was no longer called Old Possum. Cameron McIntosh decided that he then absolutely had to get Trevor Nunn because he kind of made a promise to Valerie, whatever. But this was the artistic director of the Royal Shakespeare Company, who was super respected, and he was the one that discovered / made careers out of Judi Dench, Ian McKellen. He had just directed Nicholas Nickleby, the 9-hour play starring Roger Rees. That was huge back then because there was a dinner break in the middle of it and people love that shit.
Oh, now that I could get into. So actually, you were asking about the thousands of dollars that Pam and Derek just threw down the toilet in my acting training. So I went to the RADA. And
you did?
Yes, bitch. And so in London.
That's the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts.
I didn't want to go right. Oh, yes, sorry. The Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts. So actually, I love, Trevor Nunn didn't just make Judi Dench and Ian McKellen. Again, I keep trying to get everyone to stop listening to this and go elsewhere, but after this, you should fucking watch his... they do it like in the round.
Don't say it out loud, but is it the Scottish play?
Oh, yeah, it's the Scottish play.
The Scottish play where the witches are spitting on themselves?
It's the best
fucking
shit
amazing.
we'll ever see.
I have it on VHS. Somewhere up here, around here. I have it on VHS.
So somebody, when you're mailing us a letter, mail us a VHS.
I also have a copy of the Living Theater's one of their crazy naked plays.
But also, one other thing I didn't want to skip over too fast. When you said the London Jesus, you were talking about, of course, JCS, like Jesus Christ Superstar.
Right.
But I would love the idea, like, that concept just made me think, like, what if there was, like, a London Jesus?
Hello! I'm it. I died for your sins, I did.
Cheerio! Or he just, like, finishes out, he's like, cheerio. Cheers. Just like on the fucking crucifix.
Just a spoonful of crucifix makes the medicine go ouch.
How do you solve a problem like London Jesus?
Ask Judi Dench. This would have made a Judi Dench because honestly, when you look at Judi Dench's story, which I have read her memoirs, which are also very good, she didn't exist till she was 60.
So here's the thing actually about Judi Dench. So my professors at RADA one of them was in her class and he was talking about, and I won't shit on him because he's alive, a guy also in her class.
That's kind of like saying you're shitting on them.
Super famous. And he was in the school with both Judi Dench and this guy, and everyone was like, oh my God, what was he like? What was she like? And they're like, oh, he was a fucking hack. He was just, in school, he was nothing special. And we're like, oh, well, how was Judi Dench? And he was like, she was a goddamn star. He was like, from the second she came out, we were all like, oh my fucking God. Like, she was Dame Judi Dench from the fucking womb. She came out and was like, screw your courage to the sticking place and you'll not fail, mother.
But she was only big in England for the longest time.
Of course.
I believe it was actually the Bond movies.
I think it was the Bond. No, the Bond movies were later.
Were they?
Was she the original? I don't really know.
Well, she was in Cabaret. She was the original Sally in Cabaret in England.
Holy fuck.
You gotta listen to that. It's good.
We gotta find a VHS of that. All right.
I don't think they had VHS back in 66.
That's true. They don't even have Laserdisc. What the fuck did they... We had to find a fucking, like...
They had memories. We gotta get someone to tell us what it was like.
Somebody come on and tell us about that.
Well, here's what's so hot about Judi Dench. And by the way, Judi Dench, bitch, you are amazing. Girl. Everything that you do. You make me talk in my drag voice. Okay? And I know you were supposed to be the original Grisabella. She was cast as Grisabella. She would have been singing Memory. But during production, she snapped her Achilles tendon.
Oh, God.
I had to bow out.
Oh, did she really? Did she snap it and then she bowed?
She went, bye-bye. No.
She curtsied out.
She had to leave, which is very much a shame because she could have acted the fuck out of that.
God. Okay.
Anyway, so Trevor Nunn is super respected, worked with people that we now know are legends, but there was a problem at the time, which is that musicals were not accepted in nonprofit theater back then. So this was before Les Mis.
Oh.
This was before you could do musicals at like the Royal Shakespeare or National Theater. And so, as Andrew Lloyd Webber says in his memoir, Cats was introduced. Trevor wanted this. This was his vision. He goes, Cats introducing us to cats. All the characters are cats. They have to be cats or I won't direct the show. Make the cats cats. Cats telling us what only cats can never possibly know. Cats divulging secrets. Cats arguing. Cats of different classes. Cats sexually or romantically involved with each other. And finally, cats remaining mysterious, inscrutable, unknowable, and need it be said, inhuman.
Was that classes or classes? I'm looking at his notes. Oh, okay. That was just your flawless British accent.
Classes. $250,000, girl. Got to use it whenever I can. That's from what we called the OSC list. Did you have the OSC list in your Mid-Atlantic?
Yes, I did. I had I still probably have that fucking book that's like the E, the R, the O.
Oh, well, who was that by? It was like Edith somebody, right?
Probably.
Whatever. Meanwhile, Gillian Lynn, the choreographer, was like, I want to direct as well as choreograph. And then she put in her idea for the concept, which I'll read from Andrew Lloyd Webber's memoir, Unmasked, which is really good. Actually, it is. It began with the I didn't want to write on. It's a library book. By the way, did people know about libraries? Free books.
Yeah, I'm so glad we do need to plug libraries, so go on.
Gillian's idea was it began with the curtain rising on the exterior of a row of Kensington townhouses. It is evening. A maid opens one of the front doors and puts down a row of empty milk bottles. From the side of the stage, a cat emerges who sniffs the bottles. Now the feline action begins.
Ooh.
So that's if you didn't have everything be cats, that would be what it was like. And then he said, the minor problem posed by humans playing both cats and maids is that they're both the same size. So that really would be weird.
That is.
Okay, I think he's right.
I was a little struck by now the feline action really begins, which honestly, if anyone is old enough to know the Meow Mix, that's true. That should have been the tagline of that lesbian bar in Alphabet City.
Now
the feline action really begins.
Maybe that'll be our tagline.
Oh, I like
our
that.
outline. Okay, so with Trevor and Bourne, they were able to convince Valerie to let them do the show for real, to get the grand rights for it. But it was a close call, and she would have said no without Trevor. Why? This is interesting when you think about it. All Andrew Lloyd Webber's successes had been with Tim Rice and produced by Robert Stigwood. The only other show that he had done at that point that wasn't with Tim Rice was Jeeves with Alan Ayckbourn, and that was a huge flop, giant flop, lost all its money. So also there'd never been a British musical that was a dance musical that was a success. Cameron McIntosh had only done revivals. And even with Trevor Nunn had never worked in commercial theater before and had never worked on a musical. And it was asking people to watch humans dressed as cats for 2 hours. And I always wondered, I said this to Kevin the other day, I was like, we take Cats for granted that it's a show about cats, talking about cats and people acting like cats for 2 hours. But did anybody ever say, boy, that's fucking weird? Because it is.
I think plenty of people have seen Cats and be like, well, that was fucking weird.
Well, people lose their shit for it. They love it. Evidently, the biggest fan of it, once it finally opened, was Placido Domingo. And he was like...
Placido Domingo!
He's a famous tenor. He was from the three tenors of the 90s. Oh. Now he's a baritone, right?
I think so. He's just old.
Yeah, he got his notes good. Now he's singing a little lower.
Got him notes good.
He asked the orchestra to bring it down a few tones.
A tone, yeah. Did he take his hat off? Did he try that?
No, he just killed Pavarotti.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It's another
I'm going to start that rumor.
Dark.
No, I'm shitting on Pavarotti. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, because he's dead. Cool.
So, even actors were turning them down after auditions. They would offer them the role and then they'd be like, I'm gonna go do Best Little Whorehouse in Texas instead.
Fair.
Which, to be fair, was already a hit from America. So then asking people to do this cat dance show based on old poems by T.S. Eliot, none of this sounded like a hit.
Okay.
So Andrew Lloyd Webber had to mortgage his house to pay for it.
Oh.
Yeah, he could not get investment. Remember, this is before Andrew Lloyd Webber megastar.
Okay.
So he had Jesus Christ Superstar and Evita, which both were as big as a show that was at the time, but had not taken things to the stratospheric level that the 80s musicals he did.
Right.
So, and he did Joseph, which was also very big hit. A lot of these things bigger in England than they are in America, too.
Jacob! Sorry, you can't
Jacob and Son!
Without a fucking Jacob and Son.
A Pharaoh story. A Pharaoh story.
Oh, that's fair.
It took the biscuit. It was quite the smoothest something in the district. It
took the biscuit is our outline. Well, that took the biscuit.
Well, that took the biscuit. Doesn't rhyme with district. Anyway, so finally Trevor came up with his concept, which was inspired by The Wasteland, which is another T.S. Eliot poem, that was going to be a garbage dump. So remember, It's a Garbage Dump is where Cats takes place in. And the dancer trend that was going on, remember I told you that there was dance troops going on? That's what inspired the whole leg warmers and the costume thing.
Yes. Okay, I did know that.
I love leg warmers. I knitted my own as a little gay boy in acting school.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was at Playwrights Horizons for 1 year.
Oh.
I'm going to read this from the book. So this is about the first rehearsal. Trevor Nunn got everybody to sit in a circle and introduce themselves. He then talked about T.S. Eliot for hours. Can you imagine these dancer music theater people having to sit through the Royal Shakespeare Company director talking to them about T.S. Eliot before they have to do their cat shit?
What I would fucking give. Also, we keep saying cat shit, which
I
just want it to be cat shit. Defecation.
So then the music director played through the score and then quit in the first rehearsal.
Shit.
And then they also kind of realized they had no book writer.
Oh, yep.
Which actually, if you watch the thing, kind of makes sense. There's in the end there are no lines in it hardly. There's like one line. So things were not going well. Things were looking really scary.
Wait, what's the one line?
The one line is like, Mr. Mistopheles can do it. He can bring back old Deuteronomy. Come on. The greatest magicians have something to learn. Yeah. I just remember watching it. I was watching it when I was a teenager. It came to the Kravis Center or the Broward Center. People from South Florida know those are two of the biggest theaters you can go to down there for the out-of-town shows that come through.
Ah, yes.
Like when I saw Phantom.
Ones? Yes, girl.
It's like Broadway with palm trees. And I was watching it going like, when are they going to start talking? Because I only knew the Oklahoma-style musicals and stuff like that. I'd never seen it sung through.
Does somebody have book rights to this show?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I want to fucking write one line in a show and then just cash out.
It's probably shared between Andrew Lloyd Webber and Trevor Nunn.
Okay, well, there you go.
That's just my guess. Don't hold me to that. But then we should talk for a second about Memory, which everybody knows that song is not just about how many files you can save on your laptop.
Oh, okay,
it's not. It was a huge hit, and he didn't write it for that show. Really? He wrote it for a show that he was working on about Puccini, and it was in the style of Puccini, the way he originally did it. And it was recorded as an instrumental single with Gary Moore, the guitarist from Thin Lizzy.
What?
Yeah, boys are back in town.
Oh, yes.
And I have this little note asking community, where is that? I would really like to hear that. Memory, before it was Memory, recorded by, well, as Andrew Lloyd Webber says, one of the greatest heavy metal guitarists of all time. Well, I don't really think of Thin Lizzy as heavy metal, but maybe Gary Moore did other stuff that I don't know about.
Is Meatloaf still alive?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's do Meatloaf. I was just thinking from your Rocky Horror Show days. Like, Chris, remember that's where he came in. They're like, we got Meatloaf for the movie. That would be like a heavy metal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything that's not Broadway, metal. I'm like, metal. It has a guitar in it.
Oh, well, I invented a whole new thing yesterday. Variations, that thing that was like the instrumental album that he had. It's like pop classical. And I realized that that's a new genre. Popsicle.
Oh, I love popsicle. Can there be palm trees on it? Because when you said Broadway with palm trees, I was like, I am so fucking into that.
Well, those of us that grew up down there know that.
Less into it.
I'm so sick of fucking heat, palm trees, South Florida.
Broadway with palm trees was just that. Did you see fucking Once on This Island, that recent revival?
Oh, I heard it was brilliant.
Oh, it was amazing. Go on. Sorry.
Is it still running?
No, bitch. That ended like months ago.
It didn't move to New World Stages?
Shit the bed.
Did
it move to New World?
It might have.
Oh my god, then we're going.
But at New World Stages, I just saw The Play That Goes Wrong. That is so good.
Funny, yeah.
Also something, how do you sit down and write that? And remember when we were getting ready for Leslie with the Z and we were watching a lot of Liza with the Z? And we were watching, I gotcha! You didn't think I saw you now, did ya?
5 minutes later, we finish I Gotcha. We like take a 30-minute break.
I know the choreography.
Oh, bitch, I know the choreography. I'm just gonna subtly, like, as it's a visual medium, I'll be doing the I Gotcha.
It's because I went to college with this guy, Dan, who was obsessed with Donna McKechnie and Liza Minnelli.
I'm doing the and I'm putting out my cigarette.
Are you the one dancer that inhales or the one that doesn't?
Bitch. Were you there for 2009? I inhaled.
Yeah. Yes, you did, Mr. President. But again, that was one of those songs that I always ask myself, how do you sit down and write this song?
Oh, well, it was a
That's what I found out. I didn't know it.
Oh, okay. So, hit me. Are we past Popsicle? Where are we? Get me back to this cat's land.
Yeah, we're in memory. Problem is,
God, yes.
So he's got this melody, but he didn't have any lyrics for it. And he shopped it around a lot. The first thing he did was he asked Don Black, who was a lyricist that he had done Tell Me on a Sunday with and a bunch of other things.
Love.
And he asked him to write
song and show.
some lyrics. These are the ones he came up with. Good times only live in the memory, like a tune from the old days, but the words don't belong. And he was like, that doesn't feel right, do it again. And he goes, good times, don't despair of the good times at the end of the journey to the Heaviside Layer.
What? I was like, okay, this is maybe a bop, and then Heaviside Layer.
So they didn't feel like that was right. So then guess who he goes to? Tim Rice.
Oh, I mean, yes. Great.
And Tim Rice wrote a version of it that's not in the book. And I'm asking you, community out there, please.
Let's find it.
Get us a version of that. Get us the Tim Rice version of those lyrics to memory so I can listen to them.
I need to be all over that, like white on Tim Rice. You didn't think a Tim Rice pun was coming, but it's coming.
He's richer than we could ever possibly be with The Lion King.
From Tim Rice to riches.
Oh!
The story of Tim Rice. Yes!
Yes! Anyway, so they replaced Judi Dench with Elaine Page, who the original.
Oh, but also phenomenal. By
yes,
God.
And he changed the orchestration to suit her voice. Evidently, the Judi Dench orchestration made it sound like an Edith Piaf song.
Oh God! Well, God, can we find that?
I know. I want to hear it with like a mandolin.
Oh yeah. Ooh,
I don't know.
Yes.
That'd be cool. And then Richard Stilgoe eventually wrote the words to the opening number. After Dress, Cameron and Andrew Lloyd Webber decided to kill the show. And they took Trevor Nunn aside because everything was a mess, and they were like, we want to tell you first before we tell the rest of the cast, but we're not going to open the show. We're going to close it. And Trevor Nunn was like, nope. And then just kept doing the show.
Yes, bitch.
And that's how, I mean, like,
Did he say, call me Mr. Birdseye?
No. So they went into previews still with the Tim Rice version of Memory. And Tim Rice saw one of the previews because his work was in it.
Sure.
And then immediately sent them a telex, which was like a telegram, saying he understood that he had failed the audition and demanded removal of his words from future performances. In other words, Tim Rice was like, well, this show sucks. You better take my song out of it.
And did they?
Well, unfortunately, they couldn't until they came up with another version of it. So the next day, Elaine Stritch is still singing.
Elaine Stritch, Elaine Page. I would love Elaine Stritch's fucking memory. Oh my God. Everybody rise.
I'm Grisabella. Say, Skingleskanks. So he sent them another telex being like, I'm going to sue you. Please stop. And this is his like Andrew Lloyd Webber's like collaborator from all these things.
Years, yeah.
So eventually Trevor Nunn adapted this poem by T.S. Eliot called Rhapsody on a Windy Night. And you can look online to see comparisons of the poem and then the lyric that goes with it. It's brilliant. He makes it go from like 12 o'clock to midnight. So it's like midnight, all alone, but it's essentially the same poem. It's one of those things where I'm like, I'm surprised the publisher actually let them do it because it was so close but different. And
this whole podcast is making me go from 6 to midnight.
This podcast is going to go from 6 to midnight.
That's true, it is. No, that was a
dick reference?
Joke. Yeah.
Classy as always. Oh, okay, so it's opening night of Cats, right? Old Deuteronomy comes out during the applause and says, ladies and gentlemen, please leave the theater at once. we have been informed there is a bomb in the building. And everybody had to leave and run out. And so people are like, great job.
Was there a bomb?
No, it was some bitch who was like, yeah, there's a bomb in that building. Cats.
Stop.
But they took it seriously and evacuated the whole theater.
This is incredible.
The reviews were mixed. But, big hit.
Obviously.
Cats has grossed hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. And part of it was merchandising. They had the shirts that said cats on them. People were buying so many of them that they had to expand the little merchandising for a show wasn't a thing like we know it is. Yeah. It's cats that actually made it the thing that we know it is now. Back then it might be like you'd buy the program or something like that. I don't know who first had t-shirts, but they were not something that people bought. Everyone was obsessed with the cat shirt. Yes. They bought a shit ton of them. They had to expand it to be like merchandising, take up the whole hallway once they were in there.
Do you still have your Cats t-shirt, by the way?
I think it got too eaten up. I need a new one.
You have to find it though. You possess it though, right?
No.
Girl! You could have at least called me. Okay, so Cats, one of our first productions of Leslie with a Z, we were like, hey, Will, can you dress up? And he goes, yeah, I got it. So he shows up to the theater in a fucking Cats t-shirt, and we're like, well, show's going on.
It's about music theater by music theater nerds. I thought, what would be better? What am I wearing today?
Grease 2 with Michelle Pfeiffer and whoever the fuck that English
dude. Michael Pfeiffer. No, that's Michelle Pfeiffer. Maxwell Caulfield.
Of course.
So then Memory takes on a life of its own because Barbra Streisand records it, and you absolutely should read the book on the I don't shit on people who are alive, so I won't read it out loud. But everybody at home should go read what Andrew Lloyd Webber thinks about his time with Miss. I almost said Andrew Lloyd Streisand. And he kept hearing it everywhere he went. Like, as we all know, Memory became ubiquitous.
Oh, sure.
You can't go to a Thai restaurant and not hear it played very slowly while you're eating your coconut rice. Am I wrong?
I have one memory of Memory, and I was, again, theme of Caitlin was such a bitch growing up. I was like 8, and my grandma got me a fucking rocking chair thing, but it was like, what do you call that? Like a thing where you twist it and it sings to you, and it plays
music
lullabies.
Box?
Yes, it was a music box, and she got it for me, and I was so excited. She was like, I got it. It plays a Broadway song, and I played it, and I did it, and I go, oh, Cats. And my dad was like, you thank your grandmother for that. Like, what a bitch.
You're a snob.
I'm so sorry. R.I.P. Grandma, so we can shit on
What did you want it to be? 4 Black Dragons?
Exactly. Oh, just the end of 4 Black Dragons. Just that jazz here right now. I was pretentious even at 8. That's my memory.
I'll tell you that while Memory is not my favorite song in that show, Rum Tum Tugger is.
Oh, God,
it's all actually very good music. I'll say that T.S. Eliot's work on that show is the weakest.
Oh, wow. Unpopular opinion, shit on T.S. Eliot.
Kevin agrees. Skimbleshanks and Jelly Lorum.
It's true.
Mungo Jerry.
Wait, are you going to play us out?
No, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's almost done.
No, I meant with the playing of the thing.
Sure, a bit of it. So Cats then had to change for the USA, so they dropped anything that was too British. They dropped a bunch of songs, and Andrew Lloyd Webber much prefers the version that we don't see anymore, actually, including the old orchestrations, which I thought was very interesting, where there were fewer real instruments in it. There was on Broadway, there are theater minimums for the number of instrumentalists that they must hire. You must hire 23 at the Winter Garden, and so if your orchestration doesn't have 23 people in it, then you're paying people to play cards. It's about it's very socialist. It's about keeping a certain number of people employed at all times. So they expanded the orchestration, and he's like, I prefer the one that is just more keyboard sounds, which I don't know what he's talking about because there's still 3 keyboards in it, so it still sounds awfully to me. And the Schuberts started producing it because it was going to be in one of their theaters. They hated the choreography. Hated the choreography. So they asked Michael Bennett to come see it, hoping that he would agree to be the fixer, to fix the show for them and change the choreo. So can you imagine what Cats would have been like with Michael Bennett?
Oh my God. Well, would have had Donna McKechnie in it.
Donna McKechnie.
Would have def been in it.
And she would have killed it too.
Oh, she would have fucking crushed it.
So Michael Bennett watched it and loved it. And he went and hung out with Jillian Lynn, the choreographer, and was like, don't change a thing. It's amazing. Great. It's great. So the Schuberts never got over that and continued to say that Michael Bennett was just being nice or something like that. But Cats on Broadway was even bigger than it was over there. It took off around the world. The money was bigger than it ever could be. And honestly, several parts of it changed music theater forever. One, British musicals were now making more money than American musicals. It was a dance musical that was huge. It was like family friendly. It was a concept musical that got this big. Concept musicals weren't getting that big before. I mean, I think of it as a concept musical anyway. And the amount of money and merchandising and Cameron McIntosh with having the logo with the two cat's eyes that have the dancers inside them, that all starts then and then way takes off in the 80s. Les Mis with the little girl in the thing. Phantom with the mask.
The little girl being Cosette.
She's just some wood etching. I don't know if it's really Cosette. It's just some wood etching.
I guess that's true. I just always assumed. Go on. Sorry.
And so that's pretty much the story of it. I was just thinking while I was looking through it that there was this interesting motif that happens in the score a lot that I just figured I was listening to it. That Andrew Lloyd Webber was recycling in other places. I don't know if anybody ever thought about that before. And that's this thing that he goes where he goes. And so in the overture and in lots of places he's doing that motif. And then at the beginning it's like. Yeah, he's really into this circus music with this scary shit underneath it. And I realized that that's the same thing from Jesus Christ Superstar when they're doing the scene with Pilate, and he goes, I have got no kingdom in this world and through. Talk to me, Jesus Christ is the same thing. And he even knows that he's recycling it from other places, because I have the full score to variations from Song and Dance, and he does one variation where he's parodying himself, and that's what's going on in the keyboard while the cello's going. So he's got that. You can't even hear it, but there it is right there in keyboard number 1. So
well, Will's brain can hear it, so I trust it.
So that's an interesting musical tidbit from Cats. That's the backstage story of Cats.
Holy shit.
So for this week, what are we fucking thankful for? What happened to you? What happened to me? Something wonderful. My fucking hooray this week is that I have been more social in doing things outside the house. I participated a lot in Pride this year. I don't usually hang out with the other gays very much unless I'm at a musical.
Yeah.
But it was a big one this year with the 50th, and so we went to Pride roller skating, which was a lot of fun. We gotta take you to that.
I'm going.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's in Brooklyn, but you came out here.
I got my passport.
And we went to a gay bar, and we went to...
A gay bar.
I want to take you to a gay bar. I want to put it in you. You know that song, right?
Yeah, that's what I was just singing.
Oh, okay.
You think I just randomly started
singing
the exact song?
Yes. I thought you were just excited about gay
that's
bars.
That's how I say gay bars. I want to take you to a gay bar. Because there used to be this place called like Gray Bar in Long Island City when I first moved here, and every time I'd go by it, I'd be like, I want to take you to a Gray Bar. That's it.
What else did we do for Pride?
Each other.
A little bit.
That was a prideful thing. Good. My gratitude, as hokey as it sounds, is honestly this. I fucking love this man. This is just, we were committed to, / Kevin was like, you guys have to fucking do this, because every time for, again, years, that we would write stuff together, Kevin was like, I just want to record you crazy fuckers, like, in between breaks of rehearsing or just talking, because it's so entertaining. So this is great.
Why do you think I wrote that show for you? I was like, oh, this is a voice I want to capture.
Yeah. Well, and also, so community, just yell at Will to write more shows.
Yell at Caitlin to show up more.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, YouTube, and Instagram. And write to us at sundayintheheightswithdolly@gmail.com.